I'm going to read you part of my book. This is chapter 2. I'll show you the book. This is the current cover. It's been through a few, but here's chapter 2, and I thought we'd go over to True Confessions. So this is a Victorian romance, clean and wholesome, and this is a little game the girls do when they get together and they're doing their embroidery, but they're actually gossiping. I pulled the needle through the linen fabric. Lucy and Rachel pulled their needles through as well. I pushed my needle through again. Lucy broke the silence. Is he coming? She glanced over toward her aunt, who ran the household for her father. Mama and Rachel's mother were still engrossed in conversation with Aunt Ellen, who chatted freely. Lucy set down her embroidery. Who? I asked, although I was certain I knew who she meant. Lucy pushed the linen out of Rachel's hand. Walter, who else? She leaned forward. What do you know? John is bringing his friend, Mr. Percy Hostin, but I believe Peter Chelmsford is traveling with them, too. Rachel giggled. Lucy shot her look. They're all just second sons. What about Walter? Is their mother's mourning over? Lucy asked. I glanced over. Mama wasn't paying attention to us, so I set my embroidery down and leaned forward. I mentioned it this morning, and she did not contradict me. That's as good as a confirmation from Mama. Cook's planning for 15, which leaves room for 3 extra guests. Okay, no, this was their life, right? This is their game of Survivor in the Victorian era. Trying to get married was how they won and how they survived. And each other are the other contestants, and who are the guys in the neighborhood, and who's eligible, and who has enough money. And all right, so let's find out more about what their confessions are. Lucy bounced her heels. I wonder if that's a typo. It should be bounced on her heels. I don't know. I re-edit my books as I write them. It's got to be Walter and Peter and their mother. I mean, Lord Chelmsford. I still feel like I'm talking about his father when I call Walter that, Rachel said. Lucy patted her skirt. Oh, I've got the perfect dress for tonight. Papa let me order a few new ones. Do you need to borrow one, Rachel? Rachel picked up her embroidery again, looking down at her worn dress. No, I probably have something the Chelmsford haven't seen for a while, but thank you, Lucy. I hated to see Rachel so embarrassed. We all knew Lucy had 5 times as much money as Rachel's widowed mother. I tried to think of a way to change the topic of conversation. It's time for true confessions, I said. True confessions, their voices answered in unison. You start, Eleanor. Okay, author's note, they're British, and this is in like Cambridgeshire in England, and they all have accents. I'm not even going to try a fake accent, though. You start, Eleanor, Lucy said. Fine, I whispered. True confession, I do not like my brother's wife. Lucy and Rachel groaned. We already know that, Lucy complained, but we like her, something else. I ate breakfast in the music room with a footman today, I whispered, before everyone else was awake. True confession. I left out his age and hoped they would assume he was one of the younger, more handsome ones. Their eyes widened. Ooh, that's better, Rachel said. My turn. I tried riding my horse astride instead of side saddle. Which groom helped you? Rachel asked helpfully. George, Lucy grinned, and I was very clumsy. He needed to help me a lot. True confession. Sorry, it's like they sound like they're Valley girls, but you know what? I was born in California. I'm a California girl at heart, so I'm sorry if they have a Valley girl voice, even though it's Victorian England. Okay, and then there's Lucy. Rachel, we're going to go on and turn the page to Rachel's true confession. Let's see, this is super awkward, and here we go. Rachel watched the ladies on the other side of the room as she whispered to us, true confession, but it's anatomy. We gasped. That drew Mama's attention. She examined us closely from her position nearest to us. The other ladies stopped talking momentarily. I knew better than to invite scrutiny from Mama. This conversation was not meant to be overheard. I picked up my embroidery and began sewing again. Anatomy? Does it have diagrams? I asked under my breath. Proper ladies did not know about things like this. Naturally, that meant Lucy and I wanted Rachel to teach us everything. Rachel nodded. True confession, full-page drawings. We need to have a poetry reading at my house soon. I can show you all of them. Anything else? Lucy prodded, glancing at her Aunt Ellen. We are all dying for the Chelmsfords to re-enter society, Rachel said. If none of you will state the obvious, I will. Lord Chelmsford, Lucy sighed. No one is as attractive as a Chelmsford man, Rachel said. That thick, dark hair. Okay, my throat is dry and I'm coughing. So that is what you get. If you love it, leave a comment. I will finish the chapter sometime. And if you don't, maybe I will give you another snippet another time when this main character, Eleanor, meets someone and is sparking with him.